keep talking sweet, keep sugar on, baby. I got you good, I got you sweet, got you on hold. My baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. My baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. Keep moving fast, keep moving slow, keep rhythm on, baby. You got me good, you got me sweet, got me on hold. Baby, you know what I want. Baby, you know just how I'm feeling now. You got me locking, popping, stopping, rocking, freaking, I'm freewheeling for a while. My baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. My baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. I may be here, I may be there, I may be gone, baby, just for a while. 'Cause when you smile, got me on hold. My baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. My baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. Mama used to say, Mama used to say, Mama used to say, Mama used to say, baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. My baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. Mama used to say, baby knows what I'm all about, what I'm all about. My baby knows, my baby knows, baby knows, my baby knows what I'm all about.
All right. Monday. How's it going, folks? Let's see here. Change this camera angle for you. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Cool. Look at all these buttons. All right. Back in business. All right, let me put this this thing away. All right. Comme qu'on dit en français, on sert les guitares. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another edition of Monday Night Ramble. I was going to say Monday Night Raw. I used to watch wrestling a long time ago, and Monday Night Raw was a big deal. Let's see, where am I in this whole situation here? You guys can all hear me, right? Hopefully you can hear me. All right, you should be able to see me. Let me see if I can bring up a cool little graphic and stuff. Hold on, put that there. Push that there, letting everybody know that we are live November 25th. What episode is this? Episode 39. One more for 40. I can't believe I've done 39 of these Monday night shows. Pretty crazy when you start to think about it. I just started doing these live shows, 39 Mondays ago. I guess I missed a few Mondays, just maybe one or two. I think I started in February when I decided I was going to do my own show or whatever. So yeah, 39 episodes. I guess you got to be consistent and keep going at it, and it's been pretty good. I think the channel has grown quite a bit from February to now. I mean, it's could always grow a lot faster, but it is what it is. That camera is cool, but it's kind of, see how it auto focuses, but sometimes I'm not even doing anything and you'll see it kind of. So I'm just testing out that autofocus stuff. I changed the angle a little bit too, so what you're seeing there. Okay, enough of my jibber jabber here. Let me go back to this, and then I can look at the chat and see what's in. Dr. Guitars, how are you? Nice to see you. Happy Thanksgiving, your Thanksgiving week for you folks in the States, which is awesome. I love American Thanksgiving. You get football on Thursday all day. You get to eat turkey and all that. Even though I'm not American, I do celebrate it with you folks, so go at it. And I think Dr. Guitars is having a show tonight, so Live Wires will be on tonight instead of Wednesday because of Thanksgiving, so tune in to that. CN 8800, that's John. Okay, let's see the new... Well, not quite yet, but there are some things in the works, folks. I don't know if you noticed back there, but there's one Les Paul, there's one other Les Paul, and there's a Sir Telly and an Ernie Ball bass, but I don't see anything else there. So something could be in the works. We will get into that. Joe Hervey, how are you? See, I played a little bit of metal for you in the beginning there. That was kind of an Iron Maiden type of track. I'll tell you what, man. I think I finally got my head around these modes, and it's made a huge difference in how I'm putting stuff together and playing and working with harmony and things of that nature. I'll tell you, oh man, I think I must have spent at least last week, a good 10 to 15 hours of solid watching videos, doing tutorials, practicing, looking at diagrams and getting my head around it, and then it clicked. And I'll tell you what, I'll go down the chat a little bit and I'll tell you what actually clicked for me as far as finally that thing that goes off and says, that's how it works, and that's how it's associated with certain things. And it took me a long time to get it, but man, I'm so happy that I now understand how that works. It's opened up a whole new world for me. And there I was just playing pretty much an E minor, and then I put a few little bits of E Phrygian in there. So kind of cool that you kind of, when you figure something out and you kind of play with that stuff. A little bit of coffee. Who else is in here? 6 strings and 10 fingers. How are you? I like the name. Welcome, Brad Miller. In a car for a few minutes. You're always in a car, brother. Good to see you, Janice. Janice Lala's in here. Nice to see. Quentin, how's it going? Hey, kids, he says. Nice to see everybody jumping in tonight. It's always great to get your support, and Monday nights are always fun to hang out. It is Monday. It's not our favorite day of the week, but hey, if we can do something to make it fun, might as well. Hopefully that camera doesn't do that much of that stuff. If it keeps doing it, I'll just put it on manual focus and it'll stop. But I just want to test some stuff out tonight. Guitar Hack, how's it going? Hope you had a good gig on Saturday. I didn't see if you did. I don't think you did an after gig hangout or anything, or little, how you do your chats and stuff to talk about how the gig went, but I'm sure it was okay. Let's see. Oh, geez, this thing really jumped on me here. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I'm going to get there. Zach Thong, how are you? Black Country Blues. There you go. I think Black Country Blues is a Les Paul guy, too, if I'm not mistaken. Ron Limber. How's things, brother? Phil Mosley. How's it going, Phil? I hope you had fun at your guitar show event up your way there. I can't remember what it was called, but I know that you were going to a big guitar show. So, guitar show. Awesome. Can't go wrong when you go to one of those. Eddie Van Haskell, how's it going? That guitar is a Gibson. one of the guitars made at the Suboceanic. My God. I'm not reading all that. Jeez. It's Monday night, folks. Give me a break. Let's see what else we got. James Severin. Hello. Star Guitar Works. I don't think I've ever seen that name, but welcome. The 59 sounds great. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the video I posted on Friday. I released a video. It was featuring the Les Pauls. So kind of going through my journey of guitars over since getting back into music in 2018 and where I've gotten to and what my favorite guitars are. And so I did a little video showing the R6 and the R9, which are my current Les Pauls. And, gave my little opinion about why I like them and what's special about them and all that stuff. So if you haven't seen that, go to my channel whenever and have a look at that. I also posted a video last week where I put the Shure Telecaster against the Fender Ultra. So I'd done one the week prior that just kind of looked at it, the body shape of the shape and the contours and some of the features, but I didn't do a sound test. So this one that I posted last week was just about going through the pickup sounds of each, comparing one to the other. A lot of interesting feedback on that one, actually. A lot of people like the Shure better, believe it or not. They found it sounded warmer. The one thing I will say about the Shure, it is, but the strings on the Shure and the strings on the Tele, they weren't like, the Shure wasn't like bad or anything. It's just that they were more used than what I had on the Tele because the Tele was newer. But, that it's still, if I put, like, I've got two sets of strings on there that are brand new now, and they're both are similar, but the Shure is always a little bit warmer and less bright, I find. So check those videos out if you haven't, and let me know what you think. Let's see what else we got. We got everybody. Black Country Blues. David Ennis, how's it going, brother? All right, so I think I'm down here. If you have any questions for me or anything that I need to see, tag me so I see it. It'll come up in big red outline. You know how that goes. Guitar. Thanks, Brian. It was a great day. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing all about it, Phil. Phil will tell us all about that. Word on the street is that you like Les Pauls. Yeah, I actually, I think I have a problem. I've got to go to do they have a group like Les Pauls Anonymous or something? So I might have to check in on that. So I do have an issue with that. But it's all fun. It's all good. Like they said, you only live once. As far as I know, you only live once. Nobody's ever come back from that after, kicking it. Never came back to tell me, hey, once you die, there's a whole new thing happens and you start over or whatever, right? So as far as I know, once you're gone, you're gone. So you know what? Enjoy it while you're here. If you like something, go all in. Let's see. Guitar, I got some popcorn, turned off all the lights, curled up under a warm blanket, and watched your Les Paul video. Oh my God, was it porn? Is my Les Paul video porn to Les Paul addicts? It could be. I don't know. Maybe I'm not helping the cause for all you Les Paul freaks out there. There's Brian S. How's it going, Brian? Hope you're doing well. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Les Paul rehab, yeah. I wonder if they've got such a thing. Yeah, you get an R9 when you die. That's what I heard. Oh, I'm not going to wait and find out. I'm just going to do it now, right? So, all right. What do you say we get into some news? So tonight I've got just a couple of stories. Not very many stories on the go today. I've got a small unboxing here to do. We'll do a quick unboxing to see what's up with that. I'll give you some news on what's going on with the guitars. As you can see, there's something missing back there, and there's a reason why that's happening. So we'll talk about that, and we'll take some questions and chat and all that fun stuff. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll call it a night, and we'll say Monday Night Ramble, episode 39 is ran its course. All right, let's go to news. Let's see if I can work this spaceship thing here. So if I go here, and then I do this, will this work? Let me pull this graphic off there. We don't need that. All right, so now I'm back, and now I need to go over here, and let me bring up our browser. Man, it's like I need an assistant or somebody that runs this stuff so I can concentrate on just doing the show. But no such luck. There we go. Bring that up there, and we'll push that up here. There we go. So for the news section today, like I said, I don't have that many things, but there are a few things that popped up that were kind of interesting that I found anyway. So this day in history, so back in November 25th in 1972, Chuck Berry was number one in the UK charts for My Ding-a-Ling. No, you guys remember that song, My Ding-a-Ling? Quentin, you know that song, right? Well, 1972 on this day, that's when it went number one. And the funny part about that, it was that Chuck Berry actually he played it live somewhere. He never had it recorded anywhere or anything, and he just played it live. And there was a disc jockey there that I guess was at the show, or they were recording part of it live or something, and they caught it. And basically it went number one, and then he went to the studio and recorded it like professionally or whatever. But yeah, that's how that became a thing. It was My Ding-a-Ling. That kind of rhymes. There you go. So maybe I can do a cover of My Ding-a-Ling someday, a heavy metal version of My Ding-a-Ling. What do you guys think? I don't know how I would do it. I'd have to listen to it. But I'm sure there's probably a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, they say. Well, there you go, My Ding-a-Ling. He wrote that song about his bell. About his bell? I don't know. It just says that, well, the song was originally recorded by Dave Bartholomew. There's a name for you. In 1952. So Barry's version was from a concert that he recorded in a ballroom in England on the 3rd of February in 1972. And then there was a Boston disc jockey there, Jim Connors, and he caught the performance, and I guess he was recording it, and they brought it to his radio station, and it caught on, and basically there it is. It became a number one hit back on this day, November 25th in 1972. All right, next on this was interesting. You guys remember this guy, right? Quiet Right, Kevin Dubrow. Is it Dubrow or Dubrow? I always say Dubrow, but I could be wrong. You know how I can't even speak, so just give me a break. I say Dubrow. But anyway, back on this day, I think it was in 2007. It was he was found dead I guess it was, I don't know if it was a hotel in Vegas or a house in Vegas, but it was in Vegas. He died at the age of 52. Now, the interesting part about this story is that Kevin Dubrow, he was very healthy, never was into drugs or cocaine or any of that stuff. Was really healthy as well with exercise and stuff. He was still a bachelor. He never got married or anything. He liked the bachelor life and all that stuff. So they're they're still, to this day, they're still investigating his death. They can't say that it was, they don't, it wasn't suicide apparently, because there was nothing found in his system. So it's a very strange story about how this guy died, and it's still being investigated to this day. There's some foul play that might have taken place, and they're calling it suspicious. So we're talking about, this is in 2007, folks. So it's a long, over 10 years ago, and they're still mystified by his death. But yeah, he was 52. So pretty young guy. He was a great singer. I mean, say what you will about Quiet Riot and all that stuff, but that guy could sing, man. He was really good. I heard him on it wasn't a Quiet Riot album. He did an album with, I guess his friends or something, and he did like a bunch of cover songs on it. And man, the guy can sing, man. He was doing some Zeppelin stuff. I was really blown away by his voice. Yeah, and I guess he was never a big partier or drug guy or any of that stuff. And yeah, 52 years old. So just 2 years older than me. So who knows what happens? I guess it's still a mystery. Let me go back to the chat just quickly here to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Paul Lou, how are you? Dale Palmer's in here. How's it going, Dale? He's seeing a bunch of new people jumping in now. Cool. Weird. It was no drugs. It's always, no, he wasn't into drugs at all or something. I don't know. They're still investigating it. Had photos of Epstein. Brian S. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could be a big conspiracy thing going on with him. I don't know. It's who knows? That Epstein story is quite the thing, right? I think two cops have been charged now or going to trial or something. I've heard that in the news the other day about that Epstein. That is crazy stuff. I don't know what the hell we're living in as far as the world, but it is upside down. I don't know if upside down's in here, but man, it feels that way. It was a Hotel California. Oh, okay, I think I caught that. He died of cocaine, painkillers, alcohol. He was a party animal. No, he wasn't, apparently. Well, not from this. This is a story from the Los Angeles Times that I pulled. And apparently he was not into that stuff, and they didn't find that stuff on him. Or if they did, some people think it was a setup of some sort. Man, yeah, strange stories. The new Rick, Soda and Milk, the new Rick Mercy, Rick Mercy, yeah, pretty much. I'm working on the whole going out on remote and doing some broadcast live from Walmart or something. Was OD? Oh, really? I don't think LA Times did their research. Maybe not. Yeah, you could be right. But I just pulled this story. I figured LA Times was a good source. So there you go. Let's see. The LA Times is high. I heard it was an OD. Well, it could have been, but what they're saying here, it was suspicious. Apparently, maybe somebody drugged him because he wasn't. I don't know. We'll never know unless somebody fesses up for it. He died he laid in bed for 6 days. Wow. It doesn't say that in here. Wow. Okay. Well, let's go to the next story. All right. So Black Friday deals. We're looking, if you're looking for a guitar on Black Friday, apparently Epiphone is having a huge sale. So here's a couple of Les Pauls, Epiphone versions, $5.98 Canadian for this one. So if that's $5.98 Canadian, that's got to be like 300 and change American. So I think for that price, man, here's one that's more of a burst that looks kind of like my R9 here. If my internet ever decides to work, there it is. That one's a little bit more expensive, but you know, 738 US, you're probably looking at somewhere around the 600, 598, something like that. So, unless Epiphone is doing some deals, I didn't see any deals for Gibson, but I know the music stores, especially the music stores around here, Cosmo, the one that I usually go to, and another mom and pop store that just about 40 minutes north of me in Barrie, they're having 15% off of everything in stores. So if you're buying a high dollar guitar and you want to, save some money, I think, Black Friday weekend is probably a good time to go looking at that stuff because, 15%, we pay 13% in tax. So you save the tax and a couple more percent on the guitar. It's not too bad. All right, let me switch back to my camera here. And if I do this, and there we go. Cool. All right, let me see the Brian report. Live from Walmart. Quentin James says, Epiphone, man. Don't you have an Epiphone, Quentin? I thought you did have an Epiphone, so don't be doing the math thing to me. Upside Down, what's up, brother? They found him after he didn't show up for Thanksgiving dinner. Wow, okay. Well, there's the, if Brian S. is right, there's the news. Because LA Times did not get their story right, apparently. Let me see here. Let's see. Quentin James, 199 American, yeah. The damn headstock, I know, right? A lot of people don't like. I heard a story somewhere that Epiphone might be changing that headstock to be more like the Gibson one. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard something about that. Because I guess they do get a lot of complaints about that headstock. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's a headstock. If you're looking for a quality guitar, because I don't think they're bad guitars, Epiphones. I've tried a couple of Epiphones. I owned an Epiphone back in the early 2000s. I needed a guitar to write riffs on and stuff, and I bought an Epiphone because it was cheap. And it was a pretty good guitar. I liked it. What site am I on? For what are you talking about? I'm on, if you're talking about the Epiphones, this is Guitar Center in the States. I don't know where you're located, Bobby Lope. If you're in Toronto, Bobby, or in the Toronto area, I know Long and McQuaid and Cosmo are having similar blowout deals on the weekend, but I think you're going to have to get there quite early. I know Cosmo, they open on Friday, I think at 9. They usually only open at 11. I think they're opening at 9, so I think it's going to be crazy. Soda and Milk. Okay, I saw you. Let's see. Hush. I call it Don't Go to the Mall Friday. Yeah, I don't usually go anywhere near a store, but I might have to go Friday, and I'll let you in on that story in a bit here. But yeah, I might have to. I don't want to. I really don't. I hate going to these places at Christmas or Black Friday or any of these types of crazy shopping holidays. I'm not anywhere near stores. But anyway, let me get my thing here. Where is that? Pull that off of there. I don't need that. Picture in picture. Little me and big me. All right, Bobby Lopez. I said hi to you. How's it going? Barefoot Modes in the house. I thought it was Gibson players that preferably drive Prius. My wife drives a Prius, so there you go. I drive a Ford F-150, so I guess I don't fit that. It's kind of like two different worlds. My wife in a Prius, and I'm in a big Ford F-150 that guzzles gas. So we're two different sides of the coin there, as far as what we're driving. Guess what, Joe Hervey? What? Smoke break, oh. No, that's something I never did. I never smoked. Never got into that habit. I'm glad I didn't, because I know it's apparently very hard to get out of. But I was a huge chocolate guy, and I ate a lot of chocolate in my life, and I haven't had any chocolate or anything of that nature since July 2018. So if that says anything, I guess you can quit anything. You know what they say? If you're into, I don't know, if you're eating a lot like me, if I was eating chocolate and a lot of sugar and you need to stop that, or if you're a smoker and you want to quit smoking, or if you're a drinker, you want to quit drinking, it takes 3 weeks. 3 weeks to break a habit or to break a routine like that. and your body starts to readjust itself. And that's usually the case. 3 weeks to 4 weeks is what you need to really dedicate to. The first 2 weeks are complete hell when you're on a substance of any kind and you're trying to get off of it. But I think if you get past that, well, for me anyway, that's how it worked with the whole, sugar thing and all that stuff, because I don't crave it anymore. After that 3 week period, I started to lose the cravings. I started to lose the taste, or every time, I didn't care, like, if I didn't have it or anything. So that's what they say. It takes about 3 weeks. So I guess that could be true, because it is for me. Let's see. Christmas chaos. Yes, Christmas chaos. I think you need a shack like Hack so you can just stay there and watch. Yeah, exactly. That's what Joe Hervey needs. I was at Walmart today. I hate Walmart. And oh. Guitar Hack says, I got Long McQuaid sale book. Nothing great. No, some stores will do these sales and there's not really a lot there, but what Cosmo does is they have these huge door crashers, they call them. But if you're not first there on Friday morning in line, good luck. You're not going to get any of those. And sometimes you don't even know. They don't advertise it. You just got to show up, and then you get there, and oh my God, they've got this, Fender Mexican Strat for $200 or something like that. Like, it could be anything. But they get a lot of people there. That's for sure. I got an email from Long McQuaid Toronto. Lots of stuff on sale. Yeah, Bobby. I think I got the email. I didn't look at it yet, but I need a cigarette rehab. Brian S. No cigs for me since April 17th. Wow. Janice, congratulations. That's pretty good. Since 1980, she hasn't had a cigarette. Good stuff. All right. Lock me up for 3 weeks in a rubber room with no smokes. That's what. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I never smoked, so. But on the other side of the coin, I never drank coffee in my life. And just about 2 years ago, I decided I was going to drink coffee. And then I started drinking. Now I get 3 coffees a day. So it can go either way. All right, let's do an unboxing. What do you say? So a few weeks ago, I went to this show down in Toronto, the Profusion show. It's a kind of photography, videography, multimedia type of show. A lot of vendors there that sell tools for, the stuff that we do here and stuff that I do for photography and everything at work. And I was looking around and I found this this new product that was out. I knew it was coming, and they announced it this summer, but it just got released a few weeks ago, and they had it at the show at a good price. So I picked one of these up. So what this is a here, I'll show it to you here. I don't know if will that focus. You guys, hold on a second here. There it is. It's basically a wireless mic system. And the cool thing about this company, I have Rode mics that are similar to this that I can put on my GoPro, or I can put on my phone, and just clip it to myself and that. But it's only a 1-channel thing. And what's cool about these guys is they've made a system where it's a 2-channel receiver. So I can put this receiver on my GoPro, and then I can put one mic on me, and I can give another mic to somebody else if I'm doing an interview of that nature, like a remote interview or whatever. But the other cool thing about this company is that they sell a couple other adapters. So when you buy this kit, you get your mics and your receiver, but you can buy another little receiver for like $70 or whatever that plugs right into your iPhone or your Android phone or whatever. And then you can still use these mic with your phone. So if you were just using your phone as a video camera and you wanted good audio, you would just keep using these mics, and you could do interviews and all kinds of stuff because they're all 2-channel systems. So I picked one of these up. I haven't opened it yet, so let's, if I can open the stupid thing. So just, just regular box. A nice box. Looks pretty cool. Put that here. Looks like it's packed pretty good. Yeah, cool. And a little stickers and stuff in here. It's called Ceremonic. There it is. nicely packaged. See that there? Good Lord. I'm bad at this. I'm not Vanna White here. So let's have a look at how big. Oh, these things are really small too. This is so basically this is one microphone. Hello. There it is. There's one microphone for you. So the cool thing about these is you can just, I could put this here if I wanted to. If I'm at a convention or something, I can just have that hanging on my shirt or my collar or whatever. And what's different from these than what you get in Rode does sell a lavalier mic that goes onto their little receiver thing or whatever, but this one everything comes in that kit. So they do have, I guess, a little mic in here. I'll open that. Yeah, they've got all kinds of cables and adapters, and comes with everything in the kit. So that's really good. Let me just look at this receiver. This is what I would put on my camera. So it's just a really small receiver there, as you can see, and it's got kind of that hot shoe clip, so you can just put that on the top of your camera. Can you see that? There it is. Yeah. So I haven't tried it. Obviously, I just opened it right here, so I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard good things about them. And not only could you use it for your remote location stuff, but let's say I could use it for this stuff. If I didn't want this big mic in front of me, I could just put that into my mixer or to my audio interface, and then I could just have a little lavalier mic. So you can use it for many, many things. So it's like a very, very versatile little kit, in my opinion. So this is what I plan to bring with me to NAMM, and we'll try to do some interviews and obviously be shooting some video. So when I'm shooting video, I can talk about the product that I'm showing or whatever and have good audio instead of, shitty camera audio. So that's our little unboxing. What time are we at here? 7:38. Do you have any questions regarding that stuff? Let me know. Let's see. Quentin James, I would quit, but no one likes a quitter. True, I guess. 2 3/4 jams, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you. Joe Hervey says he got hit in the hip by a cart by a woman, and she looks, she looked at me. Yeah, I know, right? Some people. Guitar Hack, still waiting on my PRS from Cosmo, are you? Okay, so speaking of Cosmo and speaking of guitars and all that, I've been teasing you a little bit with all this stuff. As you notice, there's 1, 2, and there's one there, and there's one on the floor. So the Ultra Telly is not there. Strange. So what's happening there is with Cosmo, you've got a 30-day return policy, obviously. So I had the Ultra Telly, liked it a lot. I think it had a lot of great features. There was only one thing, and I spoke about it in the videos that I did about it, was that the neck was very small compared to the necks that I like. And I was like living with it for a few weeks and saying, maybe it'll be fine and I'll just keep playing. I'll get used to it. But I found that when I was playing it, and then I would pick up my other guitars like the Les Pauls and even the Sir Telly for that matter, where it has more of the neck that I like, it felt like I was going from two different things, and it just felt weird, and I just preferred the bigger neck. So I was like, well, you know what? Maybe before time's up, I should, if I'm going to change and do something different and look at another guitar, then I should bring it back, because then I get my full refund. So that's what ended up happening. I haven't picked out the other guitar that I want yet. So we just did the deal, and basically I'm going to be looking at some other stuff. I wanted to wait. That's why I need to go there this weekend, which I really don't want to because of the Black Friday craziness. But if I find something this weekend that I like, that's like, whether it's a Telly or, it could be anything at that point. I'm actually looking at a custom shop Telly that I really like, that has the neck that I like. So if I can get that and get the discount and get, the special at Black Friday and all that stuff, then it makes it worth it. I just think that if I'm going to have a guitar that's over $2,000, that it has to have every feature that I want. I can't say, and the neck is pretty huge when you get a guitar, it has to be, you have to absolutely love it, especially at that price. If you're getting just a cheap guitar to have an extra one in the studio and having some variety as far as I like this neck for this and I like smaller necks when I'm doing this type of music or whatever it is, that's fine. But anything of that type of price, it's got to be like all the features that you really want. So not to say that that Ultra is absolutely amazing. I mean, oh my God, I really liked the body shape and the carves in it. It was really nice. The neck was really well done as far as like the rolls and the frets and everything. It felt awesome with that part. It was too thin for me. So that's what's going on with that. I did find, I'm on the hunt for that Les Paul, that Les Paul Custom, the black one. And I did find there's a store in Toronto that does a lot of secondhand stuff and everything. And they've got two. They've got a 2005 and a 2004 black with white binding there. And I'm going to be touching base with them this week to see, what the deal is on these guitars and stuff. Because that might happen as well. Instead of getting another Tele or whatever, I might take that money that I get back from my Ultra, obviously, and use it to go get the custom if I like it. But I need to go try these things, and that's the problem. I'm not one to really order something online because I saw some on Reverb that were really, really nice. I'm just like, oh, man, $3,000. I'm gonna spend that and then get the guitar here shipped, and what if I can't just easily return that? So that's what's going on with that. But there's a couple of places locally and there's another collector I found in Ottawa that has one that's really nice as well. That's reasonably priced, but I've got to arrange to try to, meet up with these people and try these guitars. So that's what's going on with that whole deal, and that's why you don't see the black Ultra Tele back there. So there you go. Wow, that thing is moving a lot. Okay, cool. Let me just see here if I didn't miss anything. So I didn't get a new guitar. I know that my buddy John was in here asking to see the new guitar, so I didn't get not yet anyway. But something is coming very soon, and as soon as I get it and decide on what that will be, we will see it here. You'll see it live, folks. We'll do it live. Maybe I'll shoot video as I'm actually picking it out at the store. If I do that Friday, it's going to be like mayhem in there. It's going into that. They have a room where they put all the custom shop stuff in. That's going to be just packed with people. So it's going to be hard to shoot any video or do anything cool in there. But I know the guys there really well, so maybe I can arrange something. Just say, hey, bring me all the custom Teles in this room and let me try them out without having all this craziness going on around me. Then I can shoot some video of it. Zero Cool. How's it going? Zero Cool in real life. That's a cool name. Do you have any pedals or just the Helix? I just use the Helix. I used to have pedals, but I have one pedal, and I talked about that pedal a few weeks ago about your one pedal, your must-have pedal, and that is a EP booster. And I have that. I do use that one through my Helix. I just put it into the effects loop of the Helix, and I run it as a block on my Helix. Yeah, so I like the Helix a lot. It's been doing everything I need as far as that stuff goes. So that's what I've been using. Let's see. That mic only works with cameras and not phones. Dale, you just have to buy, there's a little, a phone adapter, they call it basically. And it's basically a receiver that plugs right into your Lightning port. Or if you've got an Android, it's got a USB-C. They've got one for that one as well. But if you buy the two mics, you can use that with the receiver that comes with it on a camera, or you can buy that little adapter and use it with your phone as well. So really, really good products as far as the flexibility and what you can do with them. I'll give you a full review of it once I test it out. I'll try to test it out this week here and just in my studio and stuff and see how good it sounds. But I've seen some reviews online of these already, and everybody's been very happy with them. And for the kind of stuff I want to use it for, it'll be more than adequate. So Brian S. says, kind of why I went with another PRS. See, I already know I love the neck shape. Yeah, and that's the thing. Once you find that neck shape that really bonds with you, that's what you want out of all your, like that R9 is really my sweet spot. And I said in my video that I did for Les Pauls, if I could get all my guitars with that neck profile, then I would be fine. So now when I'm looking at guitars, especially like a high end or expensive guitar, I really focus on trying to get that type of neck on it. Let's see. Brian S says, I got my hands on a white Ultra Telly over the weekend. They're very nice guitars. The Ultras are very nice. Don't get me wrong. It's just, again, if I'm going to pay that type of money and the neck I'm playing and I'm like, it's fun. It's okay. But every time I pick up my Les Paul, I'm like, well, this is the neck profile I like. And I've played Tellys with that neck profile. Even the Sir has more of a neck profile like that, which is why when I play that one, I feel very comfortable with it. So I'll see. Maybe I'll find something cool. Like I said, they've got some really nice custom shop stuff that has really nice necks on them. So I'll try a few of those, and we'll see where we go from there. Quentin says, my Les Pauls are so much easier to play, but I really like the fight of a Strat. Yeah. And my deal with the Strat is where that stupid volume knob is. Not that I don't like Strats. The other thing I'm not big on guitars is that middle pickup. I don't like anything in the middle there. I like the separation. I think it's just the way that I play and pick and stuff. I just prefer not having anything too close to the bridge pickup as far as a control, like a volume or a tone or anything. And having a center pickup is not a huge thing for me. I'm not really big on those. But hey, love the sound of a Strat, and I've played them before, and they're nice. Check out Capsule Music. I did check them out, and that's one place that does have one of these customs that I'm going to go look at. I just got to figure out. I think they're not right downtown, but they're in that area, so I will be going there as well. Need a Collins, you said. Brian S. A Collins? I've never tried a Collins, so bet it's a Gibson. Well, it's going to be one of the next guitar, and there is a new one coming. It'll either be a Gibson Custom Black, or it's going to be some sort of Telecaster. Let's see, Brian. Oh, okay, you're talking to Brian S. VIP Hive. CN88 John says, how was that custom you tried? Yeah, I tried an actual custom at Cosmo on Saturday when I was down there talking to them about doing this deal. They have a custom there that has it's white, but the top is like a quilted maple kind of weird thing. And I mean, that guitar played awesome. It had exactly the neck that I wanted and everything. It's just that it's not the color I want. So again, if I'm spending anything north of $2,000 on anything like that, a guitar, it's going to have all the features that I want. It's not going to be, well, I can live with this, or that's fine, I'll get used to it. It's not going to be one of those deals. It's got to have everything. So the white, it's either a white, completely white custom, or it's going to be or my first choice is a black custom with the white binding. But I did see an interesting one that came up on Reverb, and it is a guy from Kingston, Ontario that has it. It is a custom, and it's a custom shop, obviously. And it's black with white binding, but the top is a white, almost like a translucent. It's like, I don't know if you guys have seen Brian S.'s, he's got a custom shop Les Paul that he bought. It has like a translucent black top, and the back it's all red, like a reddish type of wood, like my R9. And the guy in Kingston that has this custom is selling it for a pretty good price. It was somebody that was collecting guitars, and he passed away, and this guy's selling it for the family, and it hasn't been used almost. It's like it looks brand new, and it has that top, and it looks like, depending on the angle you're looking at it, it looks completely black, or if you look at it in light, you can actually see some of the flame in the maple, or it must have a maple top. Usually they have ebony, or not ebony, but what is it? Mahogany tops, I think, on the Les Pauls, on those ones anyway. But that's one that other than if I wasn't going to get the black with the white the binding, that would be one that I would look at it. Let me see. Something in Montreal here. I saw a question. Where is it? Oh, man, I missed it. Sorry. Soda and Milk. Brian, what's the best strip club in Montreal? I do not know. I haven't been in. Montreal doing the club scene for quite many years. I know there was a bunch of them on St. Catherine Street. If you go there, I don't Club Sex maybe. I don't know. I know there was a couple on there that were very big, but that's a long time ago. So there you go, soda and milk. I'll get you a guitar, Joe Hervey. Alex Radford, what's going on, brother? Fierce Metal Dante's in the house. There's a Live Wires ad. Yeah, Live Wires are on tonight, folks. So remember that. It's not going to be any Wednesday show. It's going to be, and I think they have Lawrence Petros. Yes, they do tonight. So check it out. Check it out. Let's see. I'm just reading the chat here. Man, this thing is moving, folks. Oh my God. We got 40 people in here? That's awesome. I think that's the most I've ever had in my live streams. There you go. But now it's getting hard to follow the chat. It's one thing to follow 25 people, but now you put double in there, and it begins to be quite interesting. That piece of halibut was good enough for Jehovah. Oh man, Dr. Guitars. I like the Friedman necks, but did not care for the Sir necks. Yeah, I like both the Sir necks and the Friedmans. To me, I like them both. Friedman necks are great, slightly larger than Les Paul 60s, but super slick. Yeah, I like the way they finish their necks, the Friedmans. The other pick guard center scale. The dog pot. What's going on, brother? Record jams. Okay, I see that. I'm making sure. I'm trying not to miss anybody here, but Les Paul traditionally is all mahogany. Yeah, but this one I saw, it has it's almost like you can see they must have put a maple top on it because you can see the flame in it. It's like the one that Brian Stewart has, basically the same translucent black on it, which is nice. But I still prefer just having that traditional black with white binding. That's the one that I really want. So I guess I'll keep my search going for one of those. Yeah, so there it is. Brian S. just put it in there. My custom shop standard has a trans black flame maple top. That's what the one that I saw online that this guy is selling in Kingston, Ontario for a pretty good price. It's exactly that, but it's black. Everything is black, white binding, and it has that top, that translucent. Which is an awesome guitar. I really like the look of that, so nice Club Sex. Yeah, you remember there was a club called Club Sex in Montreal. It was a pretty big deal. David Ennis, got you here. Pete Hickson, what's going on, man? Just lurking? Well, lurk away, my friend, lurk away. Man, I'm trying to keep up, folks. I'm trying to keep up. Dale Palmer. All right, let me see where we're at here with... I didn't even try to bring up these... remember last week I could do... I don't know if this will work. Let's see if that'll work today. More metal. And let me see if I can bring up... let me find an interesting comment to put on the screen here. Okay, let's put Mr. Quentin up there. There you go. Oh, the fun we have with our toys, folks. So I'm trying to find out on my system here how it's sorting out the chat, because I can see the comments, but it's pretty small, and I don't know if it's sorting from new at the top or old at the top. Let me see, who was the last guy to put in? Brad Miller puts, what did he put? Yo. No, that's not the one. Sean Zimmerman, what's going on? All originals had maple tops, even the gold tops earlier 50s, P90s only started all mahogany with... Oh, okay. The custom Black Beauty. Okay. Cap locks, yeah. Brad, how are your knobs? Yeah, don't answer that. Bobby Lopez says they must have closed Club 6, not politically correct name. Yeah. Yeah, in today's world, I don't know if that would fly. Where is that Bobby Lopez? Let me see if I can find it. The one thing it doesn't do, it doesn't update very fast. Let me put Sean Zimmerman up here. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Zero cool. So you only have one Telly and two Les Pauls now. Yes. Right now in my studio, that's what I have. But I do have money put aside for either a custom shop Telly, or if I find that Black Beauty custom Les Paul. One of those things is happening, whether it happens this week or next or in the next couple of weeks or whatever. That's what the plan is. Brad Miller says, awesome. Thanks for asking. Les Paul have no... Brian asks, every guitar that we mention on here you say have no reason to live. Tell me the guitar that does have a reason to live. Let's go with that. I'd be interested in knowing that. There you go. How come I'm not seeing? I want to know how this is working. It just sorts out the comments kind of weird. Change show to surface. Huh. Interesting. I'm still learning my system, guys. It's pretty cool stuff, but it's kind of weird. Let's try this one. All right, let me go down. What time? Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock, folks, so we should be wrapping things up here. I know some other folks are going live tonight. We've got Ben coming on, and we've got Live Wires, Phil Mosley. We've got a ton of stuff that's happening tonight. It's going to be a busy, busy Monday night, folks. So let's look at wrapping stuff up in here for our Monday night ramble. ESP Horizon has a reason to live. Oh, my God. That's the only one that has a reason to live, is that ESP Horizon, right? Okay. If you say so. I still think Les Pauls are your reason that you should have. But that's just me. What do I know? That's good. Cool. Japanese custom shop ESP Horizon in red metal flake is the only guitar that has a reason to live. You're not pretentious, are you? Brian S. I want to put like 50, 60 bucks down on a used 250, 300 used guitar. And if you can get past Xmas and pay it off January, then it's best to get a guitar. Yeah. Well, Joe, you could do that. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of options in that price range nowadays, especially this time of year. Stay on, Brian. Step on people's toes. That's not my style, folks. You know me. I don't do that. So thank you again for joining me tonight. It was great. Episode 39. Next week is episode 40. I guess we should look at doing something special for episode 40. That's kind of a milestone. I think for episode 20, I gave away a pedal and Brad Miller won it. So maybe I got to think of something else that I can do for episode 40. Send me a comment and let me know what I should do for episode 40. And don't say give away an R9 or something. Because that's just a wasted comment. That's not going to happen. But I think I might be able to find something that we can give away or do special for episode 40. And next Monday, we're going to be in December. Wow, we're going to already be in December. That's crazy, man. So yeah, I don't have a video that's being released this week. I will be probably recording a couple of videos. And if I do go and venture out to find either the custom shop Telly or the Les Paul custom, if I can arrange to go see a few in Toronto that I found some secondhand stuff, I'll try to take some video of that and kind of do a little. I won't be live, but I'll take some video and maybe we can look at it next week or whatever. And I've got a few other videos that I want to shoot in here in the studio. I have to keep working on my modes and my scales and all that stuff. That's coming along real well, and I'm super happy that I finally got my head around the modes. Now it's just a matter of, putting everything together and practicing and really nailing it down. But it's made a huge difference. I would say to anybody in here that's still learning and still struggling with things, or maybe hitting a plateau and they're like, oh, modes are too hard or whatever. That was me, man. I was like, totally, this is crazy stuff. I'll never get it. I've tried for a whole year of trying to get my head around it. I never really focused on it. I would kind of get confused and just let it go and move on to something else. This week, I totally dedicated myself to learning it. I wasn't stopping until I finally got it. And a few things clicked. And I would say Steve Steins is the one that I watched that was doing a small little, a video on modes. And I listened to him, and just his delivery and how he was explaining stuff, that clicked to me. So when I mean, it all depends sometimes on the teacher and the way they're explaining it, and if you're really jiving with how you're connecting with them as far as understanding what they're saying and retaining it. And he was the one that kind of, that aha moment was, okay, that makes sense. Let me go try that. And I went to my studio and I tried it, and it started to come together. So it's a huge, huge difference. So definitely, if you're out there and you're struggling or hitting plateaus and you're not, you don't really want to get into theory that much, the modes are definitely something worth, diving in and figuring out. So I'm happy with that, and I'll keep working at it, and hopefully I can keep improving and keep having stuff happen guitar-wise, because it's exciting when you learn something new and you can actually, play differently and up your vocabulary as far as music goes. So that's always cool. Okay. Brad Miller's having a video tomorrow. He's going to show the Helix knobs. Cool. I got to get me some of those at some point. Guitar Hack says, Guy has a black Les Paul custom on Kijiji and Oshawa. I did see that, Guitar Hack. I will be checking a couple of Kijiji guys out. So definitely there might be something happening very soon in that zone. So you know how I go with that stuff. Once I get my mind on something, it's hard to get me to veer off course unless something drastic happens. But thanks for joining me tonight, folks. Let's call it a night, and have a great week and play some guitar. Do it now. Anyway, we'll see you next Monday. If not sooner, I'll try to, if I do go on sooner, you will get a notification and come in and join me, and we'll have some fun. All right. Take care, folks.